Hello everyone, welcome back to Streed's Guide to Fraggle Rock. And today I'm reviewing Season 2, Episode 19, Doomsday Soup. This episode starts out with Doc telling Sprocket that he's spring cleaning. All seems fine until the plumbing starts acting up again and we get a cool transition into Boober's cave. Boober's in a great mood as of late since he's planning to make some tasty radish gumbo, but unfortunately he's all out of radishes, so he trudges off to the garden. Pa's blocking the path, however, and the Gorks seem to be spring cleaning as well, so Boober decides it isn't worth the risk and returns back to the rock. Meanwhile, Gumbo and Wembley try what they assume to be Boober's gumbo.
That soup, I'm on a diet.
What are you doing to the laundry?
Laundry? Oh, that's what it was.
What did you think it was?
Well, you said you were cooking soup.
And you thought the wash water was soup?
Well...
Boober points them to the improvised rutabaga soup, and unfortunately, the two don't like it, which leads to a great song by Boober.
This soup's overdone. That puree's too lumpy. My ring mold's too jumpy. My cakes weigh a ton. The turnip pie's burnt, or it's raw. The souffle just walked through the door. And so it's take it away. Roll the stuff out. Where there's a will, there is always some doubt. It may not be finished, but why mess about? It's probably yucky for sure. Ugh.
Afterwards, Boober realizes the laundry isn't done, so Gumbo and Wembley leave disappointed. He dumps out the soup and then finds that someone put yeast in his rock soap again, prompting him to dump out the laundry water as well, resulting in a strange creation.
What is this?
Back in his workshop, Doc is repairing his pipes and believes the problem's been solved. We cut back to the rock, and Gumbo tells the others that thanks to Boober, the radish gumbo is off. Yeah, I think you're greatly mischaracterizing this, Gumbo. Boober expressly stated that he couldn't get the radish because a Gorg was right near the entrance. It wasn't his fault. Don't be a dick. Anyways, Gumbo reads a postcard from Uncle Matt, with Matt finding himself in a fast food joint, taking the term far too literally. Boober returns with the peculiar soup, and Wembley attempts to fish out the skunk cabbage, and discovers that the soup has the uncanny ability to turn things invisible, sparking tacit unease in Boober. Back in the garden, Junior's fed up with spring cleaning, since Ma's throwing everything out, while Pa wants to keep it. I feel your pain, Junior. I've been there. The Fraggles cover themselves with the invisible soup, and Junior sings a relatable song about the unimaginable horrors of spring cleaning.
Every spring it's the same old thing. Tidy up!
Junior!
Come in my junior, grind from your nose to your old shoestring. Things would be different if I was king. I get swords on my toes and swords on my fingers. Dum 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 da dum da di.
Junior notices the radishes moving and picks Boober up. The Fraggles fool Junior into thinking that they're magical radishes and sets Boober free as the invisible soup wears off. The Fraggles return to the rock, marveling at how effective the soup is, and begin singing a jaunty country tune celebrating their discovery.
Oh, you can't strum a mandolin that's falling off your knee. And you can't ever hope to count the spots on a lovely bee. And don't expect to find no peaches on that cherry tree. And you can't thump, you ain't get them, Fraggle, you can't see.
Meanwhile, Boober's unenthused, riddled with doubt, and something weird happens. I love the strobe light effect here. It's colorful yet menacing at the same time. This is probably the most memorable scene from the entire episode. Moving on, we return to the workshop and the pipes have busted again. Meanwhile, Boober's attempting to get rid of the deadly soup, much to the dismay of the other Fraggles, and this scene's hilarious without context.
Whose pot is it?
Well, it's,
Exactly.
But...
Excuse me.
I gotta commend Boober for his bravery here. At the beginning of the episode, he was terrified at the very thought of venturing out into the Gorg's garden. But now that he knows that the soup is deadly, he has no time for fear and even tells Junior to fuck off. Unfortunately, Junior doesn't take Boober seriously and prepares to drink the soup. Pa arrives, steals the cup, and you'll never believe what occurs next.
Now that's what I call gumbo.
After that bizarre occurrence, the Fraggles thank Boober and all's well. Back in the workshop, Doc has somehow fixed the leak off screen, remarking that while they didn't get the spring cleaning done, at least they got the floor washed. This was a pretty standard but entertaining episode. The highlight has to be its visual effects and songs. Other than that, I don't really have all that much to comment on. It's an adequate Boober-centric entry, and it's nice to see his character express some true bravery. I love the overall suspenseful atmosphere of this episode. There's a lot of tension once the revelation comes that the soup is deadly. When you think about it, Boober accidentally created something akin to a chemical weapon. He's ostensibly the Fraggle Oppenheimer, Bubenheimer if you will. This is one of those episodes where I don't really see anything wrong with it, but in the grand scheme of the show, it's an easily forgettable watch. I don't quite know how to describe the viewing experience without coming off as contradictory, but this episode felt both entertaining, yet not that memorable. In essence, this is a filler entry, but done well enough that you don't really notice it all that much. I will say, the episode's message is a bit unsubtle, to the point that Boober literally spells it out after saving them. I didn't care for the Doc subplot either. It didn't really mesh well with the main plot itself. It's pretty much just Doc fixing his pipes while shenanigans ensue, completely disconnected from the episode's message. Overall, this was a fine, atmospheric, and spring-coated entry that's perfectly watchable, sure to entertain, but it may not stick around in your memory for long. I'm gonna rate this one a standard doozer stick. Well guys, that was the review, and I will see you all next time.